Without mass deportation, this call center would not have the skilled labor force it needs to be profitable. Eric was detained and deported because of a program called Secure Communities. However, it should be clear from his story that this program does not make communities more secure. Instead, the Secure Communities program creates instability and insecurity. Because of secure communities, undocumented migrants are often reluctant to report crimes. Because of secure communities, some undocumented parents fear picking their children up from school. This fear and insecurity that undocumented migrants and their families face is a consequence of record high deportations. So the United States is deporting more people than we ever have historically, and probably more than any country has in the history of the world. When President Obama leaves the Oval Office, there will have been 3 million deportations during his 8 years in office. So 3 million deportations is 50% more than the sum total of every single deportation between 1892 and 1997. 3 million deportations is far more than any previous president. President Obama surpassed President Bush's record-breaking numbers in his first 5.5 years in office. Many deportees are people like Eric who have close ties to the United States, and the vast majority are men of color. When I share my work on deportees and mass deportation, people often ask me why President Obama, a liberal Democrat, has deported record numbers of people. So as a student of political economy, however, I know the answer to why mass deportation is happening now has to move beyond President Obama's political motivations. Now, to be sure, Obama, as the head of the executive branch, has been facilitating mass deportation. However, an explanation for why it's happening needs to be much broader. The answer I offer in my book comes primarily from talking to deportees. Deportees' stories are the best way to capture the nuance and complexity of mass deportation and the impacts of economic reforms on their overall migration trajectories. When we listen to deportees, it becomes evident that deportees are immigrants, low-wage workers, people of color, and parents. When we listen to deportees' stories and place them in the broader political, social, and economic context, it becomes clear why deportees have become the latest version of disposable workers.